welcome to Yoga with Donna. I hope everybody's good. Today we're going to be doing a yoga flow for hip flexibility. The hips can become quite tight and uncomfortable, and it just can be that the muscles have tightened around your hip socket and need to be loosened up a little bit. So we'll get started and come to the front of your mat, feet hip width apart, standing up nice and tall, up through your hips, lifting up off them. Engage your navel to your spine, nice and tall. Feel like you've got a little bit of a string going up through to the top of the ceiling. Then bend your knees, bring your arms out to the side and up over by your ears, and then breathing out, bend your knees coming over your legs in a nice relaxed position. And then once again breathing in, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, arms coming up, and exhale, bend your knees, coming forward over your legs, and exhale and breathing in, and breathing out, and breathing in, and then just hold either side of your elbow and just sway. Your head's relaxed in between your arms and just sway side to side. And as you sway to the side, just bend the opposite knee slightly more. Just feel your belly on the tops of your thighs. Feel your head nice and relaxed towards the mat. And then bend your knees coming up. Circle your arms up. Take your arms out. At the same time, take your toes to the edge of your mat with your heels coming in towards each other. And take your hands onto your hips, bend your knees, and have your knees going out over your toes. And have your inner thighs pulling right through to the front of your mat. And just stay here for a moment, deep breaths. And then coming back up, feel like your inner thighs are pulling in together, pulling up through your belly. And then again, breathing out, breathing in. Just go down as far as you can feel it through your hips and your inner thighs, and really try and get your sit bones going down towards the mat in between your heels. And then coming back up and breathing out. As you go down, make sure that you keep pulling up even more up off your hips, pressing those feet into the mat, those toes and the heels, and drawing everything in and up. And again, bend. Try and go down a little bit further this time, and then coming back up and down and up. One more time. Knees out over your toes, lifting up off your hips and coming up. And this time we go down, just going to circle your hips around, just in whatever way feels comfortable to you. So go one way and keep breathing, and back the other way. So really stick your tail out, coming forward through the front and back, and then just coming up. Shake everything out. Feet hip width apart, deep breath in, arms coming up beside you. Bend your knees, coming forward over your legs. This time place both hands onto the mat. Extend your right leg out behind you into a lunge. Lower the back knee, relax the top of the foot on the mat, coming forward with that chest over that front leg. Shoulders gliding down your back, really feeling the stretch through that right hip flexor. Hold it here for a moment. And when you're ready, squaring your hips, pull that left hip back into its socket and then release the toes off the mat. And just look forward, right out over to the front of the mat. So don't relax over that leg, and then coming forward, Try and keep the knee over your ankle, not over your toe, because that might damage your knee. You need to make sure it's nicely lined up over the top of that ankle. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and then gently pulling back. And stretching the lower back. Coming forward again. Breathing in. Breathing out as you come back. And come forward. Heel toe that left foot right out to the edge of the mat. So the edge of your foot is lined up with the edge of the mat. Place your hands in front of that left foot. And just stay here for a moment. You might need to put a blanket or cushion underneath that back knee, because we're staying here for a little while. And you can stay here if you like, or you can actually come down onto your elbows, which gives a little bit more of an intense stretch through both hips. And then really try and lengthen your body out, forward towards the front of your mat if you're down on your elbows. Otherwise, if you're up on your hands, just really extend your body a little bit further forward over your hands. So wherever you are, just take a few deep breaths here. Breathing right into those hips. Shoulders relaxed. Feel like the crown of your head is pulling out in front of the mat. Nice long length of spine if you can. Now this can be quite an intense pose for some of us, so just do what you can. And then come back onto your hands if you're not already up on your hands. And we're just going to circle the hips in whatever way feels good to you, just very gently. Just really working into those muscles. You might want to come right back and straighten the left leg as you do so. You might want to come further forward, just gently circle. And then come back to stillness, hold it here for a moment. And then when you're ready, take your left hand and place it on your left inner thigh, and then push that thigh away from you. As you do so, slowly twist your body around to the left side. And breathing in, breathing out. And then come back down. Place big toes together, knees as wide as you'd like them to be, and let's just do a couple of hip circles here. Or just circle your body in any way that feels good to you today. And breathing in and breathing out. Good, and then when you're ready, just come back to sitting back as much as you can on your sit bones and just relax, forehead down to the mat, and just see how your hips are feeling. See whether they're feeling a little bit more stretched out. Remember, we've only done one side at this stage, so it might feel a little bit like one side's a lot looser than the other, or one side's a lot tighter. And then when you're ready, coming back up into hands stretched out just in front of your shoulders, straighten your knees so they're coming forward on the mat, curl your toes under, lift your sit bones, coming into downward facing dog. And just have your belly heading towards the top of your thighs, fingers stretched out onto the mat, pressing through your palms. And up on your toes, lower down towards the mat. And again, up on your toes, lower down as much as you can towards the mat with your heels. And then coming up, this time you're going to turn your body to the side, your knees to the right side, and then coming back up, and to the other side. Back up on your toes, and bend, coming up, and bend, and then up on your toes, slowly lower, heels down into downward facing dog. Then walk your feet up to the front of the mat, hip width apart, and bend your knees, breathing in, arms coming up and over, and breathing out. Bend your knees, breathing in, and breathing out. Hold on to your elbows again, and let's just sway side to side, just to relax through the lower back. Just in your own time. And then breathing in, coming up. And breathing out, bending over your legs. Both hands on the mat. So this time step back your left foot into a lunge. Hold it here for a moment. And then when you're ready, lower your back knee, relax the tops of your toes. And let's come forward, stretching through that left hip flexor. Breathing into it. You can be up on your fingertips, it's a lot easier. So you can stretch your chest forward more. And then when you're ready, pulling back that right hip into its socket, lifting the toes and just stretching out forward over that leg. And then rock forward again. And breathing out. Coming forward. And breathing out. Coming forward. Hold it here for a moment. And then when you're ready, place both hands in front of your right leg or right foot, and then just heel toe it right out so the edge of the foot is right on the edge of the mat. And we're coming into lizard pose. So hold it here for a moment. Now whatever position you were on the other side, try and get to it on this side as well. So you might find you're a little bit tighter on one side, so just go with what you feels right for you. So if you're ready to come down onto your elbows, if you were on the other side, just coming down and extending the crown of the head forward, really reaching the spine long. Long deep breaths. Then when you're ready, coming back onto your hands if you weren't already on your hands, and just move your hips in a way that feels good to you. Just relaxing through the hip flexors. Just move gently. Just whatever your body's telling you today feels good. Just do it. And then when you're ready, just place your left palm firmly on the mat. Take your right hand and press it against the right thigh. Go over and roll over into the side of that foot, and let's just do a twist in lizard here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Shoulders down, pulling through the crown of the head to the front of the mat, long length of spine. And then coming back, place your hands on the mat. Just slide that foot back, big toes together, and let's just do a couple of circles here in this position. Just to loosen up those hips. Just feel where you've worked into and just try and relax them. You come right back and right forward. And just listen to your body. And then when you're ready, come to sitting back on your sit bones. Just for the last child's pose. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And coming up, swinging your legs around, coming to lying on our backs into reclined pigeon. So get yourself set up. Slowly lower down towards the mat. And place both feet flat on the mat, knees bent. Lift up your right leg. Place it across, flex your foot, place it across, ankle across that thigh. And you can stay here if that's enough for you, or you can actually thread your hands through, holding onto the front of that shin, and just pull that left knee towards you. Just take a couple of long deep breaths, spine long along the mat. And then when you're ready, place the left foot on the mat, extend the right leg up towards the ceiling, bend it in, place it on the mat, and let's do it on the other side with the left leg. Lift it up, flex your foot, bring it across, and try and do what you did on the other side. And stay here for a moment. Breathe deeply into that hip. Another long deep breath in. And then when you're ready, place both feet on the mat. And let's just take your arms out to the side, and we're just windshield wiping your legs across to the right and then back through centre over to the left. And just relax them as much as they go to the side. Don't hold anything, just go with what your muscles are telling you is okay to do. And then take hold of your shins, and let's just roll up, coming up to sitting in easy pose. Let's place your hands on your knees, and let's do a couple of long deep breaths to close the practice. So drop your chin, close your eyes, and deep breath in. Breathe in for 4 counts. Pause at the top for 2 counts, and exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Pause for 2. Exhale for 4. Another couple of rounds. And just see how your body's feeling now. See whether you feel more opened out around your hip area, whether a little bit of tension has been released. Then when you're ready, bring your arms out to the side and up. Palms together, front of your heart space. And let's take another deep breath in. And exhale. Thumbs to your forehead. Bow down towards the earth. Namaste. Thank thank you so much for joining me here today on the mat, and I hope that your hips feel a little bit less tense, and you can come to this practice anytime, being a short practice, and you can even take a few exercises out of it that you find are really beneficial to you on a daily basis. So I hope to see you again next time on the mat, and if you've got any comments, please leave them in the comments box below, or any questions. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe if you like it, and I'll see you again soon.